Yo, how's it going on everybody? Beast Gamer here and welcome back to my channel. So, today I'm back with another Siege video as you guys can see, and this one's going to be a pretty interesting one. I'm going to be commentating through this whole match, through this whole ranked match that I did, and so yeah, if you guys are bored, and if you guys are bored to death and you have 30 minutes to spare, then stay in this video and we'll go through this together. So the reason why I'm commentating today is because this is a very interesting match. It's a match that I'm very proud of, and I just wanted to commentate. I just wanted my voice. I just wanted to explain everything because I go on my mic like halfway through the match, and yeah, uh, and I just want to like explain the whole thing. So anyway, as you can see, I'm starting up a ranked match. I'm silver 1. I just lost the previous match, so I D-ranked to silver 1, and I am trying my best to rank up to gold 4. So here goes the match. We're in a cafe, and we'll be the orange team, I think. I'm not sure. Hold on. Yeah, the orange team, and we're defending. So that guy has a mic, but usually both of those guys have a mic, but usually I don't really like talking to randoms that much. So that's why I keep myself quiet, at least for like the first couple of rounds, just so I know if they give good call outs and if they're annoying, you know what I mean. So yeah, so these guys don't seem to talk that much, so that's why I also did go on my mic. But later on, this guy starts talking, so then I go on my mic. Anyway, so we're going to Trade Museum. I'm going with Ella, of course. Who doesn't go with Ella? Uh, anyway, but yeah, I've got Ella like a couple weeks ago, and I really like her, so I started using her more. Anyway, so I'm going up here to get the hatch, of course. If you guys don't know where the hatch is, it's right here in the video, as you can see. So you just go up to the cigar lounge and the hatch that's there. You barricade that, and that's the hatch to the trade museum room. A lot of people usually like to go there, and some people usually like. And here's me struggling to get the freaking drones. So I finally get that one, and I saw the other one trying to go through, so I just have to chase him. Uh, anyway, the doc gets that. Do I? No, I get it. Okay, and that was a rook, by the way, not a doc. Anyway, so as I was saying, people who have like sledge in their team, or who are using sledge, or who are using person with a shotgun, most likely Buck, they like to come up here and break. And if the hatch is reinforced, they like to break open the floor so they get a good view down. So they get a good view in the room. So that's, I was trying to shut down the music here because it was annoying me. But so that's why I was trying to stay up here to guard it kind of. And that's why I put an Ella mine there, because they usually like to come in from the windows behind me right now. But I saw my teammate die pretty close to me, so. And then I see that window open, so I was like, okay, clearly enemies there. I hear somebody to my right, so I turn to my right, check it, and then as soon as I get spotted, I turn around and I try to find the drone. I get the drone, and here I'm kind of careful because usually the hatch behind me they open, and as soon as the objective gets contested, I have to run in there, or else we're screwed. So now they're securing. Now they killed everybody who was in there, so I have to rush in there. This bitch was hiding behind the shield, so I couldn't do anything. And then I saw somebody shooting behind me, so I tried to turn around and prone, so the one to my left would get me. But this guy still somehow managed to get me. So yeah, that was unfortunate. But on to the next round. So uh yeah, so if you guys can see, these guys really like to rush. They like fast play, they like rush play, and they like to be cocky, and you'll see this round, you'll see what I mean. So this is the attacking round. I'm going with Dokkaebi. I recently started playing Dokkaebi so much because I usually hate DMRs. I can't use DMRs for shit. But oh, sorry. But but her DMR I love for some reason. It's so good. It has no recoil, has a lot of damage, and I just love the way it sounds. Like it has a very good sound to it. Anyway, so I probably was my phone or something here. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, so now I started droning, and so I'm still trying to get used to this. Uh, trying to learn the way they play. So from last round, what I could gather was that they really like rush play, since they rush straight into the room, and they really like aggressive play and fast play. So I was like, all right, these guys are most likely gonna stay out in the windows and peek us because this is a map where everybody loves to peek. It's a very it's a very easy map to peek from, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So people usually like to peek from the window up there, as you can see. So I was ready for it, but unfortunately the guy backed up, so I couldn't get him. But as I said, these guys really like rush play and big play, and you'll see why I wasn't enjoying this match as much in a second. So I get rid of this camera. My teammate gets a kill. All good. So I just saw a head up there. If you guys look closely, something moved up there, so that's why I started aiming. And then I hear shots to my left, and I was like, oh crap, pulse. So I injure him, try to go for the kill, but Jackal takes it. So I was kind of pissed. But all good. And then this Valk jumps down right after the pulse. So clearly these guys are like some tryhard assholes who just want to finish the match really quickly, I guess, and who are very confident in their skill. Anyway, so Ash gets this Jaeger. She gets killed by that Echo, who happened to peek, and then it's all down to this Thermite by himself. He makes a good play for a little bit, but then he kind of screws up, and you'll see what I mean by that. Anyway, uh, I'm just waiting for this guy to keep playing. So he's got a minute and 20 seconds left, so he doesn't really have to rush. He doesn't have to rush that much. But he goes downstairs for some reason. I guess he was going around. Okay, I see he was going around. So the Cav was last seen jumping down, and I have no idea why nobody was able to get that Cav. I have no idea why Jackal wasn't able to get that Cav. But anyway, so that was an LMI that got triggered. And if you listen closely, you can hear the Yokai drone over here. And then he just decides to rush in there. And then the Echo just somehow doesn't manage to kill him. And then the Cav injures him. Look at this. Look how much of a bitch he is, man. Like, this guy rushes out like a fucking bitch, and then he gets one injure, and look what he does. Look what he does. At this moment, I was shocked. I had 0 kills, 1 assist. And I was just very pissed because she was doing that. So I had to check her level 84, and I reported him for toxic behavior because this is kind of toxic. You know, if you get the injure, it's only the second round, so don't get cocky like this. You know, if it's the last round and you get the injure and you know that you're gonna win the match, then yeah, teabag, do all that shit. But if it's the second round and the win is not guaranteed, then please don't act cocky like this because it makes you look bad and it makes the other people and it makes the enemy feel bad, you know. He feels like he let down the team and now he's being laughed at and shit like that. So please, if you're watching this video and if you play Siege, please don't do that kind of shit. Anyway, so she finally killed him, and then the match keeps going. So now we're defending, and I decided to go with Kapkan. because somebody took my Ella, and I sometimes like a change because I sometimes get really fixated in one character, and I just keep using that character over and over and over and over again, and then they get really bored, and then I just like to switch it up with somebody who I haven't played in a while. So for example, I could have gone Kavera, but I played her like last match quite a bit, so I didn't want to play her this match. I could have gone Doc, I could have gone Jaeger, Bandit, a lot of other characters. But since I don't play Kapkan that much, I decided to go with Kapkan. Anyway, so I'm just putting down my traps here, trying to put them all around the objective. So since they like to rush, there's a little bit of lag there. Since they like to rush, um, sorry, I got lost. Since they like to rush, then I was hoping that I would get somebody in my traps and potentially lower their health. So I see somebody right there, and then I try to get a pixel peek angle, but unfortunately they don't peek, and I did get the kill. But yeah, I sometimes like to hold these kind of angles like this, and it's sometimes good to hold these kind of angles because so my teammate just got a kill and then he got killed. But yeah, holding these kind of angles is most of the time good because when you're peeking, when the enemies peek in a window, they have to look through like the whole objective till they find you. But you just have to like see like he just I don't know why that didn't get him. But like he just has to peek. So there's this Zofia here. I have no idea why she didn't die, but I knew that she has to be very low on health now. So I just saw the hatch get open and it looked like it was a sledge, because it sounded like it was a sledge. And my teammate has a shotgun in the corner and he's clearly gonna lose that fight, and he did. So now it's a 1v3 situation. So since I know somebody's up there, I'm just waiting for him to drop down, which he did. And then I heard somebody to my left, so I turned to my left, and I know that the Zofia is left. And the last time I saw her, she was in that lobby area. So that device just got uh, shut down, I guess, got shot. So I'm just waiting for her. I knew that she's in that way for her. So I don't see her coming from the left, so I thought that she was from the right. But then I go to the right and she's going to the left. Anyway, I get that nice clutch, that nice 1v3. And I was really pissed because these guys, I just hated the way they fought. You know, they were too aggressive. They just love to rush out and do all that kind of shit. So anyway, I got that clutch and I was pretty happy. I was pretty proud of myself because it could have gone 3-0, and then if we lost the next round, then we would have been screwed. So this way, I kind of saved myself, saved the match pretty much for my teammates. Maybe not exactly save the match, but at least give us another chance to lose, so we don't have to feel as pressured. Anyway, so I go with Dokkaebi again. As I said, I use Dokkaebi every single attacking round in this match. So yeah, I use Dokkaebi, and then I start droning, of course, as you do. Um, so they won in trade room, so I already know that they're not gonna be in trade room, but I'm still going that way for some reason. And then somebody found the objective and it's clearly downstairs, and downstairs is the only place where you can go for secure area is kitchen. So I knew where to go. I immediately went in there, marked a couple of people, and then just stayed in my drone hole spot right here, so I wouldn't get taken out. Usually, if people are paying attention to the environment, they will notice that you're here and they will take you out right away. But these guys, I guess, didn't because they were too they were too busy rushing outside, and you'll see what I mean here. So usually people peek over here. This is why I'm being cautious here. So I go here and I just heard somebody break something to my right, and I see a hole now. So I just shoot the wall randomly and I get the kill. So uh, this is why you gotta like have an eye. So I decided to drone to see if there's somebody else in there, and I get shot at. So I see that there's a cap over there. I mark her, and then I start getting shot at from nowhere. I had no idea where. I had no idea what kind of angle she was keeping. But so I just saw the C4, so clearly there's somebody up there. And then I can hear all these sounds, and the vigil is just rushing out. I almost clipped him. If he stayed there, I probably would have hit him a couple of times. And then this fucking recruit rushes outside, and then vigil rushes outside again in a second. Yeah, right here. So I hit him a couple of times, and then Twitch finishes him off. So I was like, good, okay, we have the upper hand now. It's a 4v3. This recruit rushes out once again. And then I was hoping that Ash would get him, and she did. She injured him, and then she finished him off. So it came down to a 3v3, but she killed him, so now it's down to a 3v2. So I just decided to call them. So I can like distract them. But then one of my teammates gets interrogated, and so I had to run away. I lagged there, and I got hit. I only took 5 damage for some reason though, which I was very happy about. And then I see my other teammate getting interrogated, so I was like, alright, I'm in a pretty good spot here. If they try to rush me, I will know where they're coming from. So, so I could, like, somewhat do something, right? And, of course, this Cav rushes out, because she's very confident, judging by what she did last time. So I'm just keeping this angle here. I know that there's no way for her to win this fight, because she barely knows where she is, and I know exactly where she is and exactly how close she is to my sight. So I took her out. And then I called the Ella just to distract her so she wouldn't peek me. And then, but I was still very cautious. So since some of my teammates got interrogated and my position was exposed, I had to see if I could go in a different way. But I noticed I had only 15 seconds left, so I had to rush in to the room. So I go in, I get hit by the Ella mine, and I knew, and then there we go. And I knew that the Ella was gonna rush out, because usually when the Ella is the last one left, and you get hit by her mine, she's gonna rush out. She's gonna be like, he's hit by my mine, he's concussed, I have the upper hand here, I'm gonna go out and take him out. So that's why I was keeping that angle, and fortunately I got that. So that was my 1v2 clutch. Last time I got 1v3, now I got a 1v2 clutch. So now we're defending once again, and I went Ella, because this time I had a chance to get Ella, and I was very pissed. So I had to go with one of my best characters, and as you can see, I'm doing pretty good now. 6 kills, 2 assists, 2 deaths. I have one teammate who has 0 kills, and that usually pisses me off, but he was level 20, so I could understand why. He wasn't doing so well. So that's why I wasn't really that pissed at him. So I'm just reinforcing here, and so earlier, I don't know if it's earlier or if it's like right now, but I look at my teammates who has 0 kills. I look at him, and I check his level. Yeah, right here. It's like level 20. Okay, I can understand why he's doing so bad. But I noticed that they also have a teammate who has 0 kills. So I check his teammate's level, and then I noticed that he is level 84, 80. He's level 80, and I was like, oof, I feel bad for that guy. I feel bad for that team, you know. But at the same time, I don't really feel that bad because they're very try-hard, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I don't know. I thought that was a drone. So now it's time to start the match. So I put down my traps down there, and I watch the skylight because usually people go up there if you're a cigar lounge. Anyway, so I go downstairs to see if I can get somebody to the stairs, and then this pulse I hear get shot at, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I turn around and I see this Ash. I was like, awesome, free kill. So yeah, I saved this pulse's life and I got a kill. Awesome. So now I'm just like looking around, and I was seeing if I could if somebody was peeking there and if I could get them, but nobody was. So I decided to go check these stairs over here, because I also heard somebody. So I decided to check these stairs to my left, and sure enough, there was a guy there. So I took out my sister, Zofia, and then there was another guy there, and I got knifed. So So just watch this replay. So apparently I turned around like a freaking turtle in his screen, but in my screen I was like following his body, you know what I mean? And in my screen I was way further than I actually was. So now we go down to a 1v2, and in my head I'm saying, "Oh my fucking god, you guys. Come on," you know? Like, do a bit better. And then he goes down to 1v1. I'm like, "Yes. Yes. Let's go." And then and then the Frost noticed that the last person got hit by her mat, and then rushed in there. And then once I noticed, because at first I didn't hear it, and then once she went in there, I was like, "Oh yes, she got hit by her mat. Good job, good job." So now we have the upper hand. It's 3v2 now, and it's 3v2, and we're in a good position now. I mean, even if we lose, we go to overtime, but uh we can like chill out, we can like lie back a little bit, because even if we lose, it's not that big of a deal. We can lose the next 2 rounds and the match wouldn't be over. But of course, you don't want to think like that, because then you'll be like, ah, it's okay. Even if I lose the next match, even if I lose the next round, the match is not over. But you always want to keep winning, right? So anyway, so we start. I won Dokkaebi again, and then I drone. So they won in train, and they lost in kitchen. So the only place where they can't go would be train room. So they're either upstairs where we were, in kitchen, or in reading room. So I know that it's 3 spots. So I was checking my phone here, and then I started droning. But I only have 10 seconds now, so I know that I won't get really that far. There's a little bit of a lag there. And I got 5 seconds now, so I was like, okay, whatever, might as well not even try anything. So I just go as far as I could, and I just left my drone there. So
They're top floor.
So then this guy starts talking, and then I turned on my mic. Uh, no, it was later on.
Cavier's more
So this guy, the level 20 was giving us like call outs, I guess. I was kind of annoyed, to be honest. I was kind of annoyed because he's level 20, he's got 0 kills, and he's trying to give us call outs, and he's talking so much that I could barely hear shit. And I know that right now he's not really talking that much. He's just telling where the enemy is, but later on he starts talking quite a bit. And call outs are really good, you guys. Like call outs, when the call out tells you, when the person tells you exactly where the enemy is, and you turn around and you take them out, that's an awesome call out. So those kind of call outs I love. But sometimes people try too hard to give callouts, and they give the wrong callout, and the person who is, I get a really nice kill here. Yeah, I was proud of that. Anyway, so the person who is last alive per se, who gets that wrong callout, listens to the person who gave the callout, and then they die, and then that's the round. So that's why don't try really hard to give a callout. Give a callout calmly. Don't yell at them, and just give the call out. Oh, sorry. Just give the call out if you're really sure where the enemy is. So anyway, 2 of my teammates got killed. So now I'm trying to go around. But of course, once again, the Cav rushes out. So he rushes out. I try to get her, but
Yo, did anyone get injured?
I try to get her,
If anyone
but
did, that's not good.
she ran away. So then I came up here in case she would
Cut 'em down.
peek again, and then I
That's
get
the
killed
one
from that
guy
window.
actually to put down.
So now that I got killed from this window,
That's not good.
um, it's like 1v4, I think. So yeah, it's a 1v4, and in my head, once again, I'm like, this guy has no chance. But he goes pretty far, but as expected, he loses. Anyway, so let's just watch. So this kid is telling him to push in. He's got 27 seconds left, and he tries to take out that Cav, but it's kind of hard. And in my head, I was like, I swear to God, if you lose this, I'm gonna team kill you. and I was just kidding
Right
because
now,
I
think
don't
the
team
only
kill
choice we
for
have
shit
right
like
now is
that.
to head down.
I only team kill if somebody really,
Okay.
really pisses me off. So he gets this pulse here, awesome killing this pulse, and then he also turned around and took out that Jaeger, but the Ella to his left, to his right, I think, yeah, the Ella to his right took him out. So that was very unfortunate. But anyway, so now it's 3-3. Now we're into overtime. So we're attacking again. Of course, I go Dokkaebi, and oops, and I'm just trying my best to like focus, and because I really want to win this match. Because the reason why I'm proud of this match is because I'm doing really good against these tryhards, against these rushers. Ooh, excuse me, and I just want to win,
They're gonna spawn Travis here. Okay, watch out. They might
and
spawn
I just
Travis.
want to win, you know. And this kid is telling us to spawn, and this kid is so this is where I turned on my mic.
I'm gonna check top floor then.
So this kid is telling us to spawn into a certain place so they don't spawn peek us. But as expected, they're watching every single corner, so they still spawn peek. So I turn my mic on and I say, when you spawn in, don't move for like 5 seconds. You can hear me, but my mic is doing that funky thing again where it's loud and then quiet, loud and quiet. So that's why you might not be able to hear me as well. So I'll try to go over it as much as I can.
Yeah, that's the only target.
Yo, when you spawn in, stay in your spot for like 5 seconds. So
seconds.
that's why I said stay like 5 seconds, a couple seconds.
And
And as you see, they all rushed again. So that's why when you know that the enemy's gonna rush, when you spawn in, just stay behind cover for like 5 seconds. Because if somebody's gonna rush out, then at least you know, right? At least you know where they're coming from, and they won't know exactly where you are. But if you like spawn in and start running straight and they run at you, then you're kind of screwed.
Oh shit, one's that window,
So anyway, that whoever that was, I hit them. I don't know why she's still alive, and then this pulse managed to get away. And then I got shot at again, and then that thermite got rid of whoever was shooting at me. So I was like, all right, this is my chance to revive this guy. So I revived this guy, and then I'm watching every corner, like every site, every spot, because these guys are very annoying.
Watch that window to your right.
So this guy, as I said, he just starts talking way too much. And then right here, I see a laser sight, so I know that there's someone to my right. And then I was waiting for this guy to rush out.
Try hard.
So, as you can see from my voice, I'm like very pissed, you know. I was like, fuck you, tryhard. And I'm saying, like, where's your sister? I don't know why I said, where's your sister? I just wanted to say, where's Ella, right? Why isn't she rushing out? So, anyway, that vigil rushes out, and once again, we're down to 1v3. So, these kind of situations are very stressful. So, this guy decides to run out again because he's very brave. And he's very brave, and he's just trying his best to get that last kill. Anyway, so now it's down to 1v2. I was telling this guy to shut up, please, because I need to listen, you know. This is why when the last guy's alive, like, try to give callouts as fast and as quiet as you can, because the guy needs to listen as much as he can. So anyway, I gave him a call to distract them a little bit, and I decided to climb up here, and then that camera spots me, and I knew that somebody was gonna rush me, so that's why I went down, and I went around, and then I went around to the other side, and as I guessed, she does rush out. Anyway, so I was saying here. So I was saying, I wonder if there's anyone in the room. So I throw a drone there real quick, and I see that the Ella is in train. And I knew that Cav was downstairs, so I knew that she was the only one. And then I heard somebody to my right, and I heard the Cav. I was like, 10 seconds, I gotta rush her. So I got a kill on her, and then I see the Ella shadow, bam, headshot.
Fuck you, bitches. Fuck you, bitches.
So as you can see,
I swear to God, fuck you, Cav.
I was very excited because that was a nice 1v3. That was a nice clutch.
I saw her shadow.
and I was very proud of
Yeah, I
myself
saw.
for
I knew he was crawling up.
getting that
Like,
clutch,
even after the
and you
That's
know,
why I won
saving the
because of him.
disadvantage for our team. So
So,
so now it's match point, and
ooh.
so now it's match point, and I go with Capcan again.
I feel like hitting cigar alarms. Is the bomb.
So if we win this, we win the match, of course, and if we lose this, then we have one more round
Alright.
to go.
There's an armor pack already.
So this guy said he's gonna put down his Rook armor, so I just ran into him, grabbed it, and then so he still has 0 kills. So I ran and then grabbed it, and then started reinforcing because I wanted to I wanted to put down my traps as fast as possible. So I'm just reinforcing these walls because I don't want anybody else to reinforce them and possibly destroy my trap. So that drone escaped me, and I couldn't put down my trap over there because of the shield. So I put it on this side, and then I put it on these 2 doors,
Yo, drone.
these 2 entrances over here, and then I noticed that we started, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put it on the window. So I was like, whatever. So I just put it here, and then I go back to the room, and I was like, oh, should I risk it? Should I not? And I was like, whatever, I'll risk it. So I just go to the window real quick to put down my last trap, and I managed to put it. I just sprint down to there, and as you see, I got shot at.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, I was like, that was very close. You know, I was very lucky there. I almost got killed.
Yo, what weapon are you using? Oh, why are you using your shot?
So
Use your MP5.
so that guy was using his shotgun. So I saw somebody there, and I was trying to like get that one tap. You know,
Nice.
I don't know why that didn't get him. So I was telling that Rook that he should use his MP5 because you know an ACOG on the MP5 is very, very, very useful for peeking.
Gotcha.
So I get this guy, and I hear somebody drop into my left.
Hurry. They're coming.
So I tell him they're coming, and of course,
Got him. Oh, you got him. Okay.
the sledge got him, and I injured him, and then the Legion took him,
There's someone in the window.
and then I get killed by this guy in the
Jackals in
window.
the
So
window.
now it's down to a 3v2, and I have no idea what this pulse is doing.
Wait, just time, man. Just keep time. Just
And
keep
that
time.
Rook dies,
Wait.
and who was that? Was that the Rook? Yeah, that was the Rook. And
Watch the window. Watch the
I told
Jackals,
them
Sophia.
I told them to just keep time, you know, like just wait for them to rush in. I was like, just wait for them to rush in. I don't want to risk this, you know. We have a chance of winning. And then
Yo, go through there, Ella.
and I was trying to tell this Ella to go through library and try to
yeah,
flank, but I guess she wasn't listening to
Right.
me. So then she went downstairs for some reason. This pulse is staying in the train, like I told him. And then he decides to not listen to me, and he decides to peek the window. But fortunately, he doesn't die from there. So right now, he just gets shot.
Don't peek it. Don't peek it, man.
He gets
Wait.
shot. He has a very cool charm, by the way. Anyway,
Wait for them to push.
so I was like, just wait for them, right? And this Zofia, this Ella was
Ella's
waiting
there.
for the Zofia to pop out. And she just kept waiting, and I was like, Sophia, oh my god, I was like, Ella, get back in the room, you know, because
Jackals out.
Ella could watch fireplace, and then this guy could watch the main entrance, and then that way, you know, we have a pretty good defense. So this Ella decides.
Sophia, get in the room.
So I tell him to get in the room. She decides not to listen to me. Anyway, down to 15 seconds, and now she knows that they have to rush. So I was telling them to shut up, because
Go ahead, get in.
so I was telling them to shut up so he could listen.
Going through the left. Going through the
So
left.
she kills the Jackal,
Yeah, right there.
sees the Ella, the Zofia there. She injured her, and then she got the kill.
Nice.
So that was the match, and I went 13 to 5.
Those guys.
13 kills, 6 assists, 5 deaths. And I was pretty proud, as I said, because you know these guys were very try-hard. They pissed me off a lot, and I was very, very happy to win this match.
Let's try.
So, call them tryhards.
Hey, wanna go second game? Same team?
So the guy was like, "Same team." I was like, no, bro. I'm sorry. I just don't want to go the same team, you know,
Second unit
because I
unit.
struggle too much, you know.
8
And then and
finally.
then rank up. So that was in general that was a very good match. Um, and I got the alpha back, so that was a very good match. Anyway, um,
Wheeler, right mind would stay with that team.
I just said I don't want to stay with that team.
Right.
Anyway, stay tuned because I got a very good surprise for you guys in a second. Alright guys, so from the last match, as you saw I was doing pretty good, you know, not too bad, not too bad. So, this guy from the team that I was fighting decided to send me some hate mail. And, you know, it's kind of stupid why he would send me hate mail because they were the ones rushing out and they were the ones trying hard and shit like that. So, I have screenshots and I'm going to show you them right now. So the first screenshot, he sends me the message saying "fuck you." I was like, what? What did I do? You know? And he says, "bullshit ass plays, 10 health ass." I was like, ha ha ha, really? I'm sorry, I wasn't as tryhard as you, rushing out every single defending match. And then he replies with, "lol, that legit wasn't me. That was lolcats. Lolcat17." And if you guys don't know who Lolcats was, he was that Cav who was rushing and who was playing and who was very cocky. So and then he says suck my ass. And then I have this screenshot that I found, and I sent it to him. I was like, so the Jaeger is him rushing out. And I was like, sorry buddy, who's this? You know? I was like, haha, you're so sad. He's like, once out of 8 rounds? Oh yeah, super try hard, you know? I was like, yup, because you said I didn't do it. And then he replies with, it wasn't. It wasn't. Lolcats did it. I did once for 1 kill. That other did it every round. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Were you also that Ella who I clutched against? He's like, exactly. That's why I said, fuck you. You're a douchebag. And I sent him a bunch of smiley faces and a peace sign. I've said, I'm sorry. I could give you some tips sometimes. I could give you some tips if you would like. He said, no need. I'm far better. Better. Thanks for the offer, though. Wouldn't want to take notes from someone inferior. I was like, yep, clearly. That's why I fucked your ass. He's like, damn, you're getting a little gay here. There, sorry. It's like you take fuck you too seriously. I was like, nah, I don't. And also, what's wrong with being gay? He's like, sure you don't. And then he says, everything is wrong with being gay. I was like, so that means that everything is wrong with you? Because, you know, he's gay. He's like, don't get too offended there, sugar. I was like, oh, I'm not. He's like, lol, good one. And I said some, and I sent a bunch of, and I said 2 smiley faces. So, as you guys saw, there was no need for this guy to get pissed at me. You know, if he was the try hard here, and his team was doing everything. Uh, they were doing all the shit stuff, and clearly when he knew that he was the wrong one here, he stopped messaging me. So anyway, I know that was a very long video, and I know probably oh my god, probably a very boring video. But if you guys enjoyed and if you wouldn't mind, please leave a like in this video. Comment down below if you liked anything, if you hated anything, if you hate my voice, if you hate my face. I know you guys don't know what I look like, but anyway. So comment down below and subscribe to my channel. And of course, as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.